It's the 4th Mario Maker video.
Oh, I just hit play. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right. All right.
Hey, 3, 2, 1, play. Gunpowder Forest. What's up, guys?
Hello.
How's
How
it
we
going?
doing?
I'm good.
Same.
Same. So Mathas is going on tour. Where's your stop at, Mathas?
Boston. I haven't talked about it.
Oh well.
It's,
Are you nervous?
At the once. Yes, but not because I'm afraid I'm gonna it's gonna be a bad show. But I've never done something where the whole show is us. Every time you do like a show at a convention, it's like, well, if the show sucks, at least they can go see other things and enjoy the convention. And they didn't pay $25 to come see us.
How long is the show?
Case. 3 hours, 7 to 10.
Oh, 3 hours?
Yeah, it's a long one, and that I'm a little nervous. But
It's not
Is there an intermission?
No, but we might have like an opening. We might have like an opening musical guest. It's like a band from LA that does music, like cryptid themed music, which is hilarious.
Cryptid?
So we might do yeah, like Mothman, Bigfoot,
Oh.
that kind of
What's
thing.
crypt?
Cryptid is like mythical
Godzilla?
creatures. No, that's a kaiju.
Godzilla, King Kong.
Those are all kaijus. Come on.
King Kong is not a kaiju.
King Kong is a kaiju.
He's a normal creature from Skull Island.
He's a kaiju.
He's just big by Earth standards.
Right. I see.
On Skull Island, he's normal size, like the T-Rex.
I guess your deep lore is undisputable.
I've seen 2 of the movies.
I haven't seen Skull Island. Is it any good?
Is that with Leo DiCaprio?
No, that's Shutter Island.
Oh.
Also a pretty good movie, though. Unless you didn't like it.
Mathas, what's the capacity of the Boston venue?
300,000
1,000.
300,000 people. Yeah, just 300. Hopefully we sell out.
Do you think you will as of right now? Do you think you will? You close?
I don't know if I'm close because I don't have access to like how many tickets we've sold through the venue. But if you want to go buy a ticket, Illuminatipod.com, go do it.
Who so you guys aren't running the promotions on it yourself?
What do you mean?
Like there's the venues managing all the tickets and everything?
Yeah, so yeah, they were going through Eventbrite.
Okay.
And they're running through that. I set up a website where people can go click and go buy, but I don't know how many we've sold. We'll see.
Why Boston?
Jesse actually chose it. I imagine he's trying to just make it easy on me. Because when he did the Cox and Krendor live show, he went to Chicago, and that's where Krendor lives, so.
Do you think about having it coincide with PAX East?
No.
Or something like that, no?
We're coinciding it with Halloween. It's the night before Halloween.
Oh, dude.
It kind of fits, like, perfectly.
Yeah.
Sorry. I keep dying.
Oh, it's the name of the game.
Is George Lucas going to be there?
Yeah. He's the guest of honor. I think he's going to come on and talk about how Jar Jar Binks was inspired by a cryptid.
Mathas, who would be your, like, in that realm, who would be your all-star most desired podcast guest?
Bigfoot.
But yeah, and an alien would be great.
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar would be an interesting. I know you watched.
Yeah, I watched his documentary.
Did you watch the podcast too, or no?
Oh no, I don't watch Joe Rogan.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either, but
Time,
for
by
that
the
one
way.
I did. Oh wow.
Ooh.
For that one I did. I don't know if I have like a star guest. I'd like to fight Zach Baggins though.
Who the heck is Zach Baggins?
Bilbo?
Ghost Adventures. He's
Oh.
the main man on Ghost Adventures.
Why do you want to fight him?
Well, he's hogging all the
He's
ghosts
like,
for himself.
Yeah, he keeps like talking like he's being possessed, and he's like, I can feel the spirit of a little girl. There's an episode where he grabs a doll and walks into a room and just stands in the corner hugging the doll. I'm like, come on.
You think that maybe he's making a mockery of the paranormal investigation industry?
He might be. I can't remember who told me the story, but somebody told me a story of a time where he did like an episode, and then after the episode, he went to some college frat party and just got drunk and tried to sleep with a bunch of the college girls.
Canceled.
Cancel culture. Yeah, that was like way back in like 2012, I think. When his show, I don't know, his show's still on, I think.
Yeah, I don't understand like who watches the ghost shows. There's Like when there was
will
one
admit,
ghost show, I got it.
Yeah.
Now there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
9 ghost shows.
I remember watching Ghost Hunters when it was like brand new and being like, this is so cool.
Really?
Yeah, I'm super into it. I love that stuff, dude. Why do you think I started the podcast?
Yeah, but like, I mean, you know, they have like the radio, and then they go like, "Oh, it's a ghost detection unit," and then they go like, "Did you hear that?" And it's like it's just static noise, but the subtitle is like, "Get out."
Yeah, but think about when the show. When did Ghost Hunters come out? How like I'm not saying it's
I don't know, like
real,
2012 or something.
I think it's maybe a little older. But I remember really enjoying it when I was a teenager. And then all the fake stuff came out that they did, and I was like, oh.
Came out though.
Like, all right. When did the show come out? When did Ghost Hunters? When did Ghost Hunters?
What? So they got busted for doing fake stuff.
When do you think Ghost Hunters started?
I don't know. I guess I'd say like 2009.
You are incorrect by a lot. It is 04.
Ooh.
Wow. I guess it didn't make it to Canada until later.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Canada had
fake
higher
stuff did they
standards.
do? What fake stuff did they do?
There was a lot. They used to do Halloween live investigations, and one that was like the most amazing evidence in the world until you realize what happened. So, one of the people was on camera, and he's just doing it. And it was all happening live, and all of a sudden he walks, and you literally see his coat. It looks like somebody yanked on it and pulled it, but there's nobody there. Come to find out, he may or may not have had a string in his pocket leading up through the back to his coat, and he had his hands in his pocket. And he pulled the string.
But like, it's all fake.
I mean, yes,
So like, you know.
probably. I want to believe. Listen, I will always want to believe.
But if there were real ghosts, they wouldn't be studied by these, you know, Botoxed ghost investigators and like a Hollywood
Well, they weren't Botoxed
phonies.
way back then. Now they are. They're all Botoxed.
They would be investigated by like actual like scientists working in academia.
Well, I mean, that's true, and that has happened in the past.
Like in the 1800s?
No, there's government programs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that talk about them doing research into the paranormal.
What did they find?
It depends on what you're talking about. They did a whole thing where they tried to create like sleeper agents.
Manchurian
What is that?
Candidate?
Yeah, it's very similar to the Manchurian Candidate.
What's a sleeper agent?
Where they try to like implant subliminal messages where like a code word could awaken the agent to do whatever task they were meant to do. No, that was real. They messed basically with LSD and different drugs and sleep deprivation and torture to people, and they got brought to court over it in the 90s. And,
So this I all agree with.
like that actually.
But the existence of spirits in a medium betwixt the living world and the dead world.
Yo, that's a level in Dark Souls. Things betwixt, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about a New Londo Ruins, where you got to take
No.
the transient
time,
curse.
by the way.
Oh,
I
okay,
had
sick.
time. My bad.
We're all done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Things betwixt is a level in Dark Souls, right?
It sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
Uh,
Tony Hawk one.
Oh,
0%?
Tony Hawk's
Yeah.
Pro Skater.
The marketing on this one hopefully lives up to the performance. So, but you're talking about paranormal stuff and then like mental training or something.
I
That's
guess
two different things.
Well, paranormal is they also were messing with trying to figure out if they could like make people psychic in like remote view and do all this like astral projection stuff. That
The
was part of
Mentalist.
the project.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
But like depriving someone of sleep and giving them narcotics isn't paranormal, or you're saying they were doing that to
I
try
was
to
saying
get
they were trying to achieve paranormal things with earthly means that they had, which was LSD, and they there was the idea that drugs like that affect you in the mind help open up something that isn't there, and it's just all a bunch of freaking garbage and nonsense.
It's a cool level, by the way.
You have to,
Like a cool
you have to
concept.
get all the letters. You have to collect SKATE.
Oh.
And by the you just mean grab the red coin, right?
Well,
I mean,
But there's-
come on, you gotta play along.
yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Get the hidden tape. Like, so here's my thing. I don't care if anybody watches like the ghost shows for entertainment.
Yeah.
Like that, as far wrestling's quote unquote fake. So it doesn't really bother me, but like, I do think that to some extent, I don't know if I would say that the shows prey on like a certain ignorance, but like, the idea that like, these hacks are actually gonna discover the existence of a ghost on like their TV show is insane.
What am I supposed to do from this point on? Oh, I'm dead.
My thoughts on it, and I don't like talking about it, is I don't know, and I don't want to open myself up to any of that kind of stuff.
Are you worried you might be haunted? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying I don't know, but I'd prefer, like, if someone, when in high school and stuff, if someone brought out what are those things called? Ouija boards?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'll see you guys at school. I just,
it's made by Hasbro.
I mean, is it? You ever been to the Ouija board factory?
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, plus until like, and that part of Until Dawn, like, that's the only part of Until Dawn that made me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to just, I'm not saying yes, but I'm just saying just don't involve me in the conversation.
I do get it. I get what you're saying.
It's like you're hedging your bets, right? So if you're okay, either way, you're not messing with it. Or what am I saying?
I mean, you have a master's in a scientific discipline.
Yes.
I'm just surprised.
Well, I'm not saying that I believe. I'm just saying I don't want to touch it. Have you ever done a Ouija board? Have you guys done a Ouija board?
I have done a Ouija board, yes.
I have when I was like a kid.
And what was the outcome for you guys?
I don't know. It's been a while, but I don't remember being that spooked.
Yeah,
Did you move it around yourself?
No, I'm pretty sure like my mom or my aunt moved it around or something. Because I mean, that's how it works.
I mean,
is it though? Is it though?
What the directions say? I mean, and Until Dawn, it reveals the killer, right?
It does, yeah. I don't even need to say this, but Until Dawn is a work of fiction. It's a fictional story. Honestly, again, like, I don't care, like, if people believe it. I think that's totally fine.
I mean, they've done experiments with, have you ever heard of the what is it called again? Idiomotor? Idiomotor effect, that's what it is. That's the idea, like, you're gonna subconsciously move the Ouija piece no matter what. And the way they tested that is they took a bunch of people, blindfolded them, and asked the Ouija board questions, and the Ouija board ended up spelling literal just gibberish nonsense because nobody could see the board.
Well, even the ghost couldn't see the board, though. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Well, that's the hilarious part. That was their argument. Was like, well, the ghost uses us to see it through,
exactly.
and they can't see it, so what do you expect? It's like,
way to go, dummy. Ruined your own experiment.
All right, so there's this famous restaurant in Detroit.
Where Dan comes out with his ghost experience.
Little Caesars.
There's this famous restaurant in Detroit. It's not called, maybe it's called the Whitney, but anyways, it's an old mansion, and it's not like spooky or anything like that. But they have on the third floor, there's like a little bar, and they're like, hey, and they have this picture framed. And apparently, like, there used to be like butlers and stuff at, it was like a rich person's residence, and this is coming from like a skeptic, right, or a cynic myself, where it's like, hey, I don't, I'm on neither side of the coin, whatever. And so at the end of the meal, they take you up there, and if you choose to, and you can get a drink, and then they show a picture of the bar, and at the end of the bar, in a reflection, is like two distinct black and white pictures of something, but it's a color photo. And it's not like, I looked at it with my own eyes, and I'm like, this is not doctored.
Dan the professional.
So I'm like, no, I'm serious. It's like a picture from like the 80s. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, hey, I just would rather not see something like that.
I think, honestly, that's the best place to be. Because I think you can get entertainment out of the paranormal stuff as a result of that. Instead of just like the only way, and I've watched some of the Ghost Hunter shows. All I do is watch them to mock them. But maybe I've only seen the bad ones.
My big paranormal like interest is just aliens.
Well, that I believe in, but not in what we think they are.
Oh, and just that we're not alone in the universe, and that there's
I mean, like,
life out there.
Yeah, how could there not be, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, just saying mathematically. Now, I'm not saying it's like green aliens, but like, what if there's another Earth with humans? There could be.
There's someone that follow the same exact evolutionary path as we did.
I don't know, maybe. Or maybe they, what's the guy from University of Texas? Matthew McConaughey out of here.
Oh, you're talking about Contact?
Yeah, no, the other one.
Oh, the level is so rude!
Oh, God.
Oh, Interstellar.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, but at worst for me, I think there's bacteria and stuff out there that we don't know. Like cellular.
If there's life out there, it might not even be carbon-based. You know what I mean? It could be based on other elements that we either don't know or didn't think could support some sort of life.
All right, so since Ryan, I consider myself in the middle, Mathas at one end, Ryan Gary at the other end, the like mathematical scientific.
I'm not an alien skeptic, for the record.
Well, yeah, my question is, what's your thoughts on aliens?
Well, I don't know. My thought on aliens is at least we have like, you know, people that know what they're doing, like working at NASA and like the European Space Agency, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and like SETI. I draw a distinction between ghosts and aliens.
Right. Well, yeah. And we've had how many people come out of government saying no, like the government is aware of, at the very least, UFOs constantly.
So, but so Ryan, when you think of aliens,
Yeah.
like, do you think there's aliens?
I don't know. I'm undecided. Like, I think, you know, the universe is enormous, so there's, you know, there's definitely like a chance. But, you know, I think it's one of those things where, like, you know, maybe Earth is like a one in a billion, 1 in a trillion shot to create life. You know, I think it's possible we could be alone in the universe. But, you know, I guess I would lean towards that we're not.
Time. Oh, no!
Yeah, did you get time, Mathas, or did you not get time?
I did not get time. Wow, that's hell.
So my question is, how much of your thesis is based on how much time you spent playing Stellaris?
I didn't play Stellaris.
You didn't at all?
No, that's 0. Oh, focus. This is like the Phoenix level from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Getting the hidden tape requires a PhD.
What do you think, Mathas? Do you think we will see alien life in our lifetime?
I would say
Time.
Ooh.
It's not definite, but I say it's a distinct possibility.
And I feel like I've asked this before, so if I have, don't answer. Do you think that we will see humans on Mars in our lifetime?
I hope so.
But if you had to bet, both you guys.
I think, yeah. I think we will.
It's a cowardly move, but I just, like, don't know. You know?
But if you had to place a $5 wager.
But, like, if it's $5, I would place it on no, but not for... just the reason I'm placing it is because I've been forced to place it.
What about you, Dan?
I think we will. I don't know that it's going to... You know, we're going to have a colony there, but I think we'll get there.
Yeah, I would like to just be able to say, hey, we got to visit Mars in our lifetime. How cool is that?
And correct me if I'm wrong, because my science base is not very strong, but like in our lifetime, has anything earth-shattering space-wise happened besides Elon Musk landing a rocket?
Depends on your perspective, I guess, but like Voyager leaving the solar system...
Wait,
pretty spectacular. I mean, it was launched in like the 70s, but left the solar system like 2 years ago.
What do you mean it launched in the 70s?
So it was a probe that was designed to like go take surveillance of like all the planets in the solar system. Then once it completed its mission, which took like, 20, 25 years or something, they were like, what do we do with it now? And they're like, well, we could just like send it out. And they
see what it sees.
Yeah. But I don't think there's like at this point it can't communicate back as far as I know. It just it's the one that's loaded up with like the plaque that has like information embedded in it, like it's got symbolic stuff like how many chromosomes the human genome has and stuff like that, and here's what men and women look like, and there's like a vinyl record on it or something.
In case any aliens see it.
Yeah.
And so they took some from the 70s and then they just yeeted it and said keep going.
Well, it's in space, so it just doesn't stop unless something stops it.
How do we know it left the solar system?
Because it was still transmitting a signal back.
Yeah, I mean, everything that's crazy with space all comes down to like, well, we expect the data points to look like this, but actually they look like this, so it's gone. It's something like, the information it transmitted back became distorted in a different way because it was not being impacted by like the gravitational pull of our sun.
I'm putting in the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to finish this one.
We even got our first image of a black hole this year, or was it last year?
Yeah, but it sucked.
Cool. I mean, it's cool though, right? Like, it's dope that we get to lay eyes on it.
Yeah, it's pretty
theoretically.
Cool. Oh my god.
All right, if given the chance, knowing that you wouldn't die, would you?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wait. Would you know that? Would you go into a black hole?
No.
If you knew you wouldn't die.
Yeah.
So
well then what's the why would I ever say no then?
Maybe because you like your life enough not to go to the other side of whatever's on the other side.
Do I come back?
No.
No, you're just gone forever? Then no.
Of course not.
Well, that's the theory that once you go in a black hole, you're not coming out.
Would I just go into a black hole, like just exit planet Earth?
Yes, if you knew you wouldn't die.
No. I mean, like, come on.
What?
So I would live, but I would like shoot out to like the other side of space or something.
Well, maybe you like have an odd sense of, or a unique sense of discovery or something.
All right, I'm realizing this is gonna be difficult without being able to hear the music.
I don't think it's out of the realm that some people would say, yeah, I would do it.
Oh, I'm sure there are. I wouldn't.
Like, didn't NASA do some training where like, hey, we're gonna put you in a dome for 6 months?
I believe so, yes.
Would you do that?
Absolutely. No, I would not.
You did that for 3 months.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
You see how I turned out? Oh. But some of the Matt Damon movie is like oddly interesting to me.
I think it's like it's that exploration aspect. The idea that you could be like at the frontier of like a new world, a new medium to explore. Like there's that meme, that's like, born too late to explore the world, too soon to explore the stars, just in time to browse dank memes. But there's a little truth to that, right? Like we're like the world that we have to explore is very different than the world that was explored by generations before or maybe after.
Yeah. Like maybe like 5 generations from now, when people sit down to record content, they go into their processor and then we'd be sitting next to each other.
What?
Exactly. I don't think we can comprehend it right now.
I don't know if I could comprehend that one. Ever. Maybe we go into our processor.
Well, like, and
are
like,
you like talking about like singularity, Dan?
No, like we can like sit next to each other without actually sitting next to each other.
It's called virtual reality.
VR chat.
But it's a little bit different. Like you can feel it, but you're not there. We just can't. I mean, we can't comprehend it yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is what happens when we decided we want to do one more.
That's all above my intellectual weight class, to be honest.
It's right in the welterweights, right where you want to be.
I live a more simple life than that.
I don't think you do.
I don't concern myself with those sort of high-minded ideals.
Speaking of high-minded ideas, I already know Ryan's answer, but Mathas, are you gonna watch the Logan Paul KSI second fight?
No.
If you had to bet, Mathas, do you think Ryan watched it or didn't watch it?
I'd say he probably did.
Why? What makes you think he watched it?
I think Ryan has a soft spot for drama.
Yeah, to some extent, I think that's true.
Like
But I mean,
Mathas-
we all.
yeah.
I just don't give a garbage about those two people at all, and I don't like boxing enough to care.
Well, that's not really a prerequisite for these kind of fights, to be honest.
Oh, is it one of those? Yo, where's the second red key?
Oh, just you wait, mister.
I like this level.
Oh, I gotta focus 100%.
Radio silence. Oh, Mathas, you have no sound.
I know. It's making it difficult.
I just so I know that by watching, people say by watching you're giving them what they want, and I'm like, yeah, but I can't deny I've never seen a piece of content made by any of the individuals involved, but seeing untrained people fight each other was really entertaining.
It's like that time in, YouTube history where watching a bunch of bum fights was really exciting.
Yeah, it's like, I get it. I guess I just don't take myself that seriously, that every piece of content I consume has to come from, a completely moral. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm with you on that. To me, it's entertainment, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a step behind you where you're like, this is an evolution of our medium. I'm like, nah, I don't agree with that.
That's a fun level.
You finished it?
Yeah.
I like
First
it.
clear.
I like it.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I gotta give it an I like it. It's coming first clear.
Please tell me.
Yeah,
this
Matt,
is the
in
end.
case you don't know, Mathas, the difference between this fight, the first fight they wore headgear and were amateurs. This one they're professional.
They're finally professionals?
Well, now that means they don't have to wear headgear.
Oh, okay, cool. Does that mean they went to 3 months of practice?
No, it just means they can fight without headgear, which to me is honestly, it makes me less want to watch it because I think someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, it could get ugly, I guess.
I don't want to call anyone out by name, but there was one time there was some guy that is no longer on Twitch, and he did something similar with Twitch people, and they had.
Oh my god.
I can absolutely guess who you're talking about. Somebody got hurt real bad?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm kind of bummed out now. What happened? Tell me, who was it?
No, just what you would expect,
It was like a two-punch. It was like a two-punch match. God,
Time.
can you just tell me who the hell it was?
I'll send you a link in the wire app.
Please do. Is it like a two-punch match? Like three punches get thrown and somebody just falls over and it's over?
And just imagine taking 2 Twitch streamers, like your average Twitch streamer, when it comes on him. What do you think's gonna happen?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's funny.
And it's you're like, hey, am I really watching this? And you're like, yeah, you are. And then you see it, and you're like,
Once you start, you can't really stop.
all right, this is my last attempt here.
Do you need all the keys in this level?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I beat it, but I'm trying to do a world record any percent.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do too, but you need all 4. To get to that door.
I don't know.
Oh,
man.
I just got to the next checkpoint with the keys. It looks cool. This the third part.
When we get desperate enough for content, let's just box each other.
I mean-
once I'm out, dude.
What does that mean?
Once I'm done with YouTube and Twitch, I'm offline.
That's smart. That's probably what I feel like most of us will end up hitting that point, right?
You're gonna be Hawkeye, go live in the woods. But instead of the woods, it'll be hopefully a city. But
Tokyo, just like Hawkeye.
that was Ronin.
I mean, technically you're
Mathas.
right. Dan doesn't know. He fell asleep.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't seen End Snore yet, I'm assuming.
So, do you guys think you'll ever be done though? Like, what would you fill that time with?
You know, I think I could figure it out.
Don't you think you'd be bored?
I mean, I think I have like whatever habit or gene or like personality trait that requires me to stay busy.
Yeah.
Even during my leisure time, if I'm just like sitting around doing nothing, that's like worse for me than doing work. Because I'm like you, I'm thinking about like all the stuff I could have been doing instead.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
But
I'm just thinking about the backyard fights. All right, I'm cleared. I cleared.
definitely like you can't just do nothing. You got to do something. But
Yes. Well, I guess that's for another video.
yeah. Well,
That's good.
Oh wow, 30 minutes. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hey,
Nice level, Maddie B.
Maddie B Raps. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Mario Maker. Hopefully we'll make it back next Thursday. Tentatively, does anyone have any?
No, I'll be here.
We'll be here.
I'm good.
All
Yeah, I'll
right.
be here.
Do we want to do it? Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Well,
All right, see you.
see you.
Bye, everybody.
See you.